Hello everyone and welcome to the review of the Firefly 8SE version. I like to call this second edition because there is another 8S version that is this model. This is the 90-degree version, and also there is a Firefly 8 version. Well, this is the 8, this is the 8S, and this is the 8SE version. This comes with some improvements over the regular S version, and we are going to talk about them right away. So in case you want to see the specifications, you can pause this video and you can read hopefully what's on the box here, but we'll move on and let's take this out of the box. So of course you get the camera with the waterproof case already installed on it or over it, and I'm going to take it out, and you can see it looks just like the other camera. The difference is on the rear side, and this comes with a touchscreen, and that's the first difference between the 8 and the 8 SE version. In the accessories box here you get a manual with instructions, with pictures, with specifications, and some additional things like how to use FPV, and that it's compatible with this type of Bluetooth remote controller, and also you can use it with a monopod, that's obvious, but it also supports an external microphone, which is very useful if you shoot videos such as reviews or make vlogs and things like that. An external microphone is a must-have on action cameras. Oh, it comes with the straps, and not only is a clip straps but also velcro straps, which is a novelty because usually you get this regular clip type strap, but this time it also comes with velcro straps, which is nice because they are more compact and very useful. Of course, the quick release pads with sticky side, one it's straight, one it's curved, an additional back door with holes in it that lets sound pass. So this is not waterproof, but it will protect the camera from most dangers, and it will still keep sound going into the camera. External microphone, I don't know if this is optional or not. I've got this included. Hopefully it will be included in other boxes as well. Charging cable and data cable. You must need to know that this camera uses not a micro USB port, but it uses a mini USB port, and that is because it's not a regular mini USB port, it's actually a 10-pin mini USB port, and that means that it supports audio in, video out, data connectivity, and also power supply. So it does all of that through just one jack, and also remote control. If you are into drones and FPV, you can actually control this camera remotely with a special cable. So all of that just with one USB cable, so that's why it uses mini USB. Okay, so what else we get here is the J buckle, regular pivots, adapters for monopod and tripod, and joints as usual, the bicycle support, microfiber cloth, a lens hood, which is very good to have, and it will cut the lens flare, zip ties, steel loop here, and also some adhesive pads, and this silicone cap, which is again useful to have and protect the camera lens. I'm glad that they are including this stuff because it's cheap, but it's highly useful. And some stickers with Hawkeye Firefly technology, and that's all about what's in the box with this camera. So now let's power on the camera to see how it works and how it feels the menu. I have inserted my micro SD card into the camera. The slot is in the same place like on the other models as well. So they have the same design, the same ports, the same case, and of course they use the same waterproof case, which is nice because I like compatibility between models, so I can use the accessories throughout all the cameras that I have. and that's a big plus for me. So I'm going to power it on, and there you go. We have image. Gyro is already enabled, as you can see. If I just move the camera suddenly, it will keep the image steady on the screen, which is the gyro working. And it's nice that the gyro works on all the axes, a truly let's call it 6-axis gyro. Actually there are 3 main axes, but this thing will stabilize in a lot of ways, and the most important are the panning, the tilt, and the yaw of the sensor, and all of those are stabilized. Some other cameras which advertise a 6-axis gyro usually miss either the yaw stabilization or the um, tilt stabilization, which are very important, but missing yaw stabilization on some cameras is really nasty and makes the image weird. So this thing stabilizes for all those axes. Alright, so touchscreen, it has lock function, and you can hide or show the OSD, which is nice. And now let's take a closer look to the menu. So I'm going to zoom in, and this is the recording menu. Now if I press the shutter button, the camera will record, and if I slide like that, it will go into photo mode, and if I press the shutter button up here, it will take a picture. So I can switch modes very easily now. I just slide the screen and it will jump from video to photo mode. I have this settings button here, and this takes us to the camera settings, where you can adjust all things related to resolution, quality, exposure. And as you can see, now I'm having here only settings for photo, which is nice because I'm in photo mode. And if I switch back to video mode and I go to settings, now I have the settings for the video, such as resolution, such as gyro stabilization, motion detection, WAV files, and so on, loop recording. So all the settings that are usually on action cameras are available, of course, on this model, including fisheye correction, because this is the 107-degree lens option camera. You can also get this in 90-degree if you want it to, but I like this version because it's intended more for action videos, and I already have the 90-degree version, so this is very good for me. Also, you have the old settings button here, and if you press that, it will take you to this menu, which is new, and this will make a quick selection available for you to choose. For example, now I'm in photo mode, and I can go to setup, where I have all the settings, of course, but I can also select the mode that I want to use the camera. So capture will take regular pictures, but I can switch to photo burst just by clicking on photo burst. And now the settings from here, where I have the burst option, are like this. Photo burst, it takes 10 pictures per second. So if I just select photo burst here, I don't have to go to settings again to enable photo burst. It will take in account the settings that I have set there, so I can quickly switch the working mode. For example, I don't want to take photo burst anymore. I can go to capture, and now it takes regular photos, and it shows here that now it's in photo mode. And if I press on burst, it shows here the pictogram of burst. And the same goes for playback, and you can see the photos already taken from this micro SD card that I have used. And I also have some white pictures there, and you can also have photo lapse and long exposure just at the click of a button. The same goes for video mode. If I'm in video mode and I press this settings button here, I have regular recording, video lapse, playback, car mode, and slow motion mode, so I don't have to go to the settings and choose the mode anymore. I can quickly select them from here. Besides using the remote controller, which is very useful because this thing is bidirectional, so if it blinks blue, it means that the camera has executed the command that I have given it. So if I press shutter and this thing has blinked blue, the camera is now taking a picture, so it confirms that. So this is very useful. Beside that, you can always use the mobile phone application, which is very nice, but not if I don't turn on the wireless first. So I'm going to enable wireless for the camera. So wireless on, and now I can connect to the wireless. So I must see this here, and it has connected already, and I have the app here. I'm going to press connect, and as simple as that, I now have image from the camera live on the mobile phone app. And this app is very nice because you can set all the settings that the camera has. So you can set, for example, on the picture you have EV, exposure, white balance, metering, sharpness. So all the main settings for photo are here, and I can always go into the camera settings menu where I have all the settings of the camera here. So it makes configuration of the camera very easy to be done with the app. The app is very stable, works very fine, and the lag is not that big. You can use the mobile phone as a monitor. Of course, there is a bit of lag, as you can see, but it's not something that you cannot work with. And of course, you have the gallery mode, and this will show what's on the micro SD card. You can either see them from the app. It will take a bit of time to download them from the camera to your mobile phone, or you can directly download them from the camera to your mobile phone and watch them in your phone gallery. And the same applies not only for photos but also for the video file. And it's nice that it shows also the size of the file, so you know how much you are going to wait for downloading it. And you can also switch working modes. Besides going into landscape mode, which I did now, you can switch the camera from photo to video mode and change its settings. For example, I want video, and now I'm in video mode. I can switch resolution, so it's all here. It's very easy to be used. You can enable or disable the gyro stabilization. So the app is really nice, and it's a very good help when you are using the camera. The only disadvantage of using the app is not the app itself, it's the battery of the camera. Using the wireless will drain the battery a lot more fast on the camera, so be prepared to have a spare battery in case you need the wireless and you are going to use it a very long time. What is nice again using Firefly cameras, Firefly 8 uses this battery, Firefly 8S uses this battery, and yes, it's the same battery. And of course, if I'm going to shut this off, it uses the same battery. So all Firefly cameras use the same battery, and this battery is rather good quality. It's a high voltage lithium cell, so this charges to a higher voltage than a regular lithium battery, and that provides better energy density, which simply makes the camera work a bit more time than a regular lithium battery that you find in action cameras. And with that said, now I'm going to let you enjoy some of the samples that I have shot with this camera, so you can see some of its image quality. I'm going also to add here somewhere on the top right of this video link where you can see a playlist with more videos taken with Firefly cameras. And also I'm going to include that at the end of this video, so you are going to be able to see more samples taken in different resolution, taken in different environments like low light, sunlight, 4K resolution, full HD resolution, gyro on, gyro off, and so on. So I'm going to add individual test files for you to see better, and of course now I'm going to let you see some of the footage that I consider to put the camera at test. and you are going to get an idea of how this thing works in real life situations. So until next time, bye bye.